Wait,
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Twin Wrestle Pod. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. Been gone for a little minute. Not really. I think my last video I made was the SmackDown debut of Royce Keys. So I've been back for a little minute, just not consistent. Now you've seen the two guys we got on the channel before. You've seen CK at the bottom left. You see him recently before. It might have been a Rumble. I think the Rumble was his last video. The Rumble's tradition was his last video. My brother, you saw. Shit, I don't even know the last time you seen him. Boy, it's been a long last time.
that's a tragedy.
But we got the whole group here, and we're gonna talk about TKO. Oh, excuse me, WWE Wrestlemania. This taking place this weekend in Allegiant Stadium, Las Vegas, Nevada. Night 1 and night 2. Not selling out the same way it sold last year. At this point around the time last year, they had at least 60,000 per night. I think at the total time, I haven't looked at Wrestle Tits since last night, but I think the total tits sold was like 45,000 for night 1, and I think 46 or 47,000 for night 2. But I can't really say I'm surprised with this card not selling out the way that it's playing out so far. I can't really sit there that I'm surprised. There's a lot of things that I'm not trying to keep this little PG. There's a lot of things that I'm not pretty happy about, but that's been a theme with WWE these last maybe 5 to 6 years. Gone are the days of WrestleMania builds being monumental, iconic and shit like that. Like, those days are gone. Now it's just about lackluster builds and the cards, the actual matches on the cards being good. So I expect the same thing when it comes to this WrestleMania. I expect this WrestleMania to have very good matches, a couple show stealers for sure. We'll get into those once we get into the predictions. This card has 13 matches. I think there will be 14 matches when it's all said and done. Because you got to have EO and Oscar on the card. I just think they should just be on the card. You've been building this story going all the way back to maybe the summer. So I don't see why not to have them on there. Even if the Nikki Bella can't go, it don't make sense to usher the Kabuki Warriors for the Fatal 4-Way, and they had nothing to do with it. They lost their qualifying match a long time ago, so they don't need to be ushered in there. But hopefully when it's all said and done, we get that last match with EO and Oscar. Just don't know what night it's going to be on. So, gentlemen, we're going to kick this off with what we know right now as WrestleMania SmackDown. The matches that we know. We have the MFTs taking on the Wyatts. Which one of y'all want to jump on to that?
Was that just added?
No, it's leading to WrestleMania. That's Friday night. It's Friday's WrestleMania. That's what they call it. WrestleMania SmackDown.
Oh, Friday. Okay. I knew nothing about that. Yeah. I guess I will go. I believe the Wyatts are going to take that, or the Wyatt Six are going to take that. It seems like there's obviously some turmoil between, I think it's, I want to say it's Tama, but I don't think it's not Tama, is it?
It's Tama, yeah.
Yeah, okay. It seems like there's some turmoil going on between Tama and Solo Sikoa. So I'm thinking maybe that'll probably play a part within that match. Honestly, ever since Solo lost to Roman at the start of last year in that match, it kind of just seems like there's really not much really going on with that group. So I kind of think they're just still trying to get as much out of it as they can. But I'm gonna pick the Wyatt Six to win this match.
Bam, who you got?
MFTs. No. What is this, a pre-show match?
No, it's WrestleMania. Okay, remember how they had Backlash WrestleMania a couple years ago?
Oh,
so wait, like WrestleMania. This is SmackDown WrestleMania.
Oh, okay. I guess I'm gonna get the Wyatts. I mean, the MFT's been running wild with the lantern for like months, so it's got to culminate at some point.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go the opposite. I'm gonna take the MFTs just for the sake of. I mean, we know we had the tension boiling with Tama and Solo, but if we, I mean, there's been a story developing between the MFTs and the whole group, pretty much, for the degree. We've been here. We literally been doing this since probably, if not since September, October. We've been with them MFTs and the Wyatts. So I'm gonna take the Wyatts, man. I'll take the MFT. I think they get a storyline brewing there. They can do the cheap out by having Tama call Solo the match, but we'll see. Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. I'll start here. I'm taking Royce Keys, man. Well, I mean, you don't have him debut last week for him not to come in this week and win the Battle Royal this close to WrestleMania. I don't really see no other valuable options that would represent the man. Carmelo Hayes, unfortunately, he had the boot. Unfortunately, sucks. Dragunov, possibility since he ain't on the card. But I just think in order to build Royce Keys up, you got to have him win something and then come out there on WrestleMania either night 1 or night 2 with the trophy being presented in front of that huge audience at WrestleMania. So I'm going to take Royce Keys in the Battle Royal match on Friday. What y'all got?
You know, the thing is with WWE when they do this, I know he just debuted last week, and I know sometimes WWE doesn't like to push somebody like too fast. Like at times they do push somebody too fast. I don't think Royce. I don't think him winning the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal would be a bad thing. It would definitely get more eyes on him. And I think as of right now, I mean, honestly, I don't think anybody else is going to have a lot of momentum going into that Battle Royal other than Royce Keys. So, yeah, I think I'm going to pick Royce Keys too. So, I mean, like I said, it'll be a great way to get eyes on him. It'll be a great way to also like showcase his strength. I'm pretty sure we'll see him, you know, maybe get like some double eliminations or like what is it, gorilla press and throw someone over on some other people. So, you know, we'll see. But I'm gonna pick Royce Keys too.
All right, Bam, on you.
I'm taking the Mad Dragon. Yeah, you're dragging on.
I love the pick. I love it.
Unfortunately,
I love it.
Should be on WrestleMania. I mean, if we get,
we'll get there. We'll get there. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, no,
I know you want to unload. We'll get there.
Be there, and Carmelo Hayes should be there.
We'll get
if
there.
we get Jelly Roll Entertainment,
we'll get there. We'll get there.
I know we'll get there. I'm just saying. We talking about this match, which they participants. We'll get there.
Just calm
if we can get IShow Speed, which I like Speed. We getting Jelly Roll. I just seen something today where Cameron was talking and Jey Uso got into a scripted fight. So if Cameron show up at WrestleMania, I'm gonna be pissed. And who else we got? Patrick McAfee, right? Is that all?
Yeah.
How many more celebrities? Lil Yachty. I forgot about Lil Yachty. So we got 5. That's 5 people, right?
I forgot. I'm gonna tweet.
We can't put Ilya Dragunov on the WrestleMania card. Okay, Carmelo Hayes, right? That's 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Io Sky, that's 3, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Oscar, right? That's 4.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's 4 people out. You know, and them they taking spots on WrestleMania.
Throw Julie in there.
I mean, yeah, but she's been disrespected all year. So,
yeah, for sure. But I mean, that's
we can throw Tiffany Stratton, I guess. Tiffany Stratton.
That pissed me off more than anything.
2 of them people were champions. You know, had main event matches build up last year, not even on the fucking card. Do they still do the women's battle royal too or no? I can't remember. I don't think they've done it.
I don't.
But so. Yeah, so those 2 people who ain't even on the card, right? We can get whatever. Dragunov, whatever.
I love the pit though. Speaking of Julie, I think they haven't announced this yet, but I think this will be the match because she had the same exact match last year on SmackDown WrestleMania last year because Triple H didn't want to involve her on the card. She was the only singles champion not to be on the main event, not to be on WrestleMania. So we're gonna follow the same theme this year. So it ain't been announced, but I'm gonna just go ahead and throw it out there. Tiffany Stratton versus Julia for the United States Women's Championship on SmackDown WrestleMania. I guess I want Julia to retain, but it's Triple H don't show this. Her having a championship don't mean shit. It's not gonna do nothing for her. They care more about Kiana James and getting her over than anything. So Triple H don't show us that. So I just want Julia to lose the championship and go to Raw or something. Have something, put it on there with Asuka and Kyrie and then Io. Then you have those 4 girls over there on the same brand, because Triple H don't prove time and time again that he does not care about Julia. Just throwing a championship on her, and she's getting constantly disrespected while she's over there, and it pisses me off. It's been pissing me off for a long time the way they've been booking her. So they ain't announced the match, but I'm gonna throw it out there. I'm gonna take Tiffany Stratton over Julia to be the new United States Women's Champ. Y'all can throw a prediction out there if y'all want to, but I just wanted to throw that out there. It's up to y'all. No answer. Y'all good?
No, yeah, we're good. I ain't even worried about it.
All right, now we're going to get into the main card of WrestleMania. Starts at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. The first hour will be airing on ESPN2. Night 1, Saturday night. 2 matches we got to discuss. First one we're going to discuss is going to be Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre in an unsanctioned match. Airing on ESPN2. I don't think this is going to be the match to start us off. I think the 6-man tag will, but we'll get to that. So, Drew McIntyre versus Jacob Fatu. Which one of y'all want to go first?
I'll go first. Obviously, Drew is supposed to do some filming after WrestleMania. So, we already know more than likely Jacob will win, unless WWE decides to pull one on us and have Drew win. But I am going to choose Jacob Fatu to win. They've been going back and forth for months, so the match will more than likely be a crazy match with some good spots. And I think, because I believe Drew was in a Las Vegas street fight last year with Damian Priest, and that match had some good spots too. So with him and Jacob, who knows what they're gonna be able to pull off? Who knows what McIntyre's gonna do? Who knows what the Samoan Werewolf is gonna do? But I'm gonna pick Jacob Fatu for the win.
Okay, you want to go, Bill?
I'm gonna go Jacob Fatu. I don't see him really losing. I mean, he been losing too much anyway going into this match since the Rumble.
Yeah,
momentum's been down a little bit, so this will win. He'll pick it back up and hopefully get in a world championship picture. Hopefully, but I'm taking Jacob.
All right. So, to what Drizzle said a little bit ago about Drew filming after WrestleMania, I did actually read a report from WrestlePurists earlier today that Drew McIntyre has already been filming as he's been doing this current booking session with Jacob Fatu. So he had set up where he had probably do something on SmackDown, and then he'd fly out back to Scotland, and then he'd shoot some scenes. So he's been currently shooting now. So now I think that might factor into the finish. At first, I was going to go Jacob Fatu, but now I'm kind of thrown in the air when I read this report earlier today. Because they can go one of two ways. Drew he ain't been screwed, but metaphorically he has been screwed. He got the championship, lost the championship on SmackDown. Couldn't walk into WrestleMania after champ. Outside of WrestleMania, was that 36, the Tampa WrestleMania, the COVID WrestleMania, when it's not really a full stadium, half a stadium. He walked in as champ. But he still hasn't been able to experience, walking in as champ. So I think there's got to be a reason for WWE just to put the needle in his back. Give him something. Because he's been screwed these last 4 to 5, 6 weeks pretty much out of everything. And still going to hold the fact that at the end of the day, Drew McIntyre wasn't the guy who took Jacob Fatu back in November or October, whatever month that was, when he got his teeth knocked out and had to get it replaced. Still going to hammer the fact that it wasn't Drew. And Drew, Has nothing to do with that. Somebody else going to be involved in that. I love Jacob, but I'm gonna have to go Drew McIntyre, man. I mean, Jacob been getting the best of Drew McIntyre in some of these exchanges outside of last Friday, but he cost Drew the championship, then forced Drew to leave the building the next Friday on SmackDown after he lost the championship. So I'm gonna take Drew McIntyre to get his come-ups in this matchup. Next up, man, we have the 6-man tag team match. The Usos, LA Knight versus Division. And I Show Speed. Division, as I coin them, Division. Honestly.
Can I go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm taking Division. Division. I Show Speed is pinning L.
Don't you fucking say it.
Yes.
Don't.
Yes. Hey, it'll just be the cherry on top of LA Knight's shitty.
It'll be the nail in his coffin.
Okay, yeah, pretty much. He's done. He's finished. He's finished. They put him on the documentary, recorded him live. I Show Speed knocked him out with the brass knucks once. He got a one-up on him on the stream. But I Show Speed pick up the double by pinning LA Knight. It's just only right, I mean, he's the new eater of pins, so we got to give it to LA Knight. You know what I mean? So I'm taking the Vision and I Show Speed. I Show Speed pinning LA Knight.
Okay, go ahead, CK.
I kind of just want to say, like, I Show Speed is very lucky and very fortunate to be working with WWE because
brother, I think it's the other way around, but go ahead.
Honestly, any of the three of us sitting here, we would love to be in his position right now. Like, I don't need, like, the millions of followers that he has. I would just love to be working with WWE. Like, hell, I would even have loved to take a spear from Braun Breaker just to even be in the ring, just to get that experience. That would have been awesome. And now he's at a WrestleMania. Like, man, like, I'm sure any of us would love to be in the position that he is in. So, shout out to him. Hopefully one day WWE will work with some other streamers or some other YouTubers. I mean, obviously your following makes a difference. So hopefully one day, we'll see some other, popular streamers or YouTubers working with WWE. I am also going to pick the Vision, mainly because obviously Logan Paul and Austin Theory, they just won the tag team titles. So them winning it'll keep the rivalry going. Plus, you're down Braun Breaker and you're down Bronson Reed. So if this faction is something long term, WWE wants to keep going until Breaker and Bronson get back, then I think you need to keep momentum on the Vision side until the other two, get back and recover. And as far as I Show Speed, I just knowing how goofy WWE can be, I do agree with Bam. I do think I Show Speed will end up pinning LA Knight. And honestly, as sad as it is that LA Knight is so over with the fans, and yet he just cannot catch a break or even just win a world title. I mean, I get it. There's bigger names out there, but this man is so over. Like, give him something more important to do other than, stuff like this. It's just so sad. But yeah, I agree with Bam. I think I Show Speed will end up. Maybe I Show Speed will end up getting punched by the brass knuckles or a boot to the face, and he'll end up falling on LA Knight or something like that, and he'll end up pinning him, and it'll go down in the record books that he pinned LA Knight, and he'll be able to hold that over him forever or whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna pick the Vision for the win.
I hate that y'all two are going this way. I hate that.
Damn, I hate. The word. That's crazy.
Because I didn't watch the Unreal season 2, so I seen the meme, but I didn't watch the actual
Even
clip.
about that though. It's just.
I know it's the evident fall of
Yeah, I mean,
LA
it's
Knight.
just.
I know.
I mean, I feel for LA Knight though. I mean, I want him to succeed. It's just this is just the way Triple H has been booking him. Clearly, I mean, the last what 3? Has this been 3 years of this shit? I mean, the dude was fucking red hot. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this was the dude like. We talking about original Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. I mean, he was sparring with him on the mic. You know what I mean?
That's
like
the day LA Knight died. I'm just leave it right there. What do you?
I'm just saying though. I mean, to that point, he was built up enough. You know what I'm saying? Like what I'm trying to say, he was built up enough where you can realistically see him in that. Even though he lost it, I mean, I still didn't feel like it was. You know what I mean? Like out of the realm of him being up there with those guys.
Right.
Like as opposed to like a Karrion, when Karrion Kross came out there when he re-debuted, he was supposed to do something Roman, but LA Knight built himself up to that point, and he felt like he was supposed to be there. You know what I'm saying? Then you shift him to Raw, and he's been doing the same thing for the last half 3/4 of the year. He's been fighting this same group since shit before Money in the Bank. You know what I mean? Like at some point, like I mean, the dude got to win, or y'all just got to let him get him the fuck out of there. The dude only getting older. Like I just don't see why he ain't. You know what I mean? In a more prominent position. I mean, by now he should have been able to, have a one-on-one match for the world title on Raw at this point. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Stuff like that. I mean, he should be in a bigger spot, but him losing here ain't as what I mean. That's not. I mean, I feel like anybody should be able to predict that. Yes, we want something different, but I mean, I feel like that's the predictable ending. That's all. That's just why I went that way. I mean, to be fucking, condescending. I mean, I'm just picking on him because it's his year.
LA Knight, he don't had a bad few couple weeks. Okay, he don't slipped off the barricade, slipped off the turnbuckles. He don't get hit with brass knuckles. He don't got eliminated from the Royal Rumble. He slipped off the turnbuckles at Elimination Chamber. At some point, LA Knight got to get he got to get a feather in his cap somewhere. Some sort of luck got to steam his way. So I'm gonna go on the opposite of y'all. I'm gonna go Usos and LA Knight for the win. Because if he lose, if LA Knight eventually, if he gets pinned by ISO Speed at WrestleMania, he will never be able to come back from that. I just can't. I can't see Triple H being that dumb to have one of his so-called main guys be defeated by an influencer. I just can't see that. As a booker, you can't be that fucking dumb. That's literally just putting the guy. That's literally taking him out in the back like old Yeller and just putting the bullet.
We had a Thimble, Travis Scott smacked the shit out of the WWE champion.
But okay, smacking somebody after getting beat up by John Cena and getting actually fucking pinned with your shoulders to the mat, 1, 2, 3 by ISO Speed is just.
I just the LA Knight character. That's all I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. Like that, doing that's gonna fucking kill that guy, bro.
New year, this is this is Super Bowl. This is you see shit like this at the Super Bowl.
I just can't see Triple H being that fucking stupid. If he's that fucking stupid, somebody else needs to be booking the show. He need to get up out of the chair if he's that fucking stupid. Period.
That's just what don't happen, unfortunately.
Period. Because he can't come back from that, bro. I'm sorry, he can't. I don't care how many promo battles he have. The retort is you lost to an influencer. ISO Speed. You're done. He's cut, brother. If he loses, he's done.
I don't really think I think it's not really much of like because like we've seen people take some bad losses and they've been able to come back from them. It's just right now with LA Knight and just of how he's been booked these past few years, just how bad he's been booked. This is, I think me and Bam are just saying like this is something that we can just see happen. And it's not like you can't and it's like LA Knight has taken some bad losses, but people still love him. He's still gonna get cheered. So even if ISO Speed does pin him, I don't really think that diminishes his character. I mean, yeah, it's not a good look, but I don't think that will diminish his character or who he is. He's still gonna have the fans cheering LA Knight for him. So it's just with how everything's been going, and again, this just might be something Triple H might do to just give I show Speed a moment. Like, hey, you pinned a WWE superstar, whatever. I don't really think it's gonna be that big of a deal. It's not really gonna hurt LA Knight. Like I said, he's taken some bad losses and he's been able to come back from him. Like when he lost to Bray Wyatt at the Royal Rumble in that dark match where the ring was glowing and shit. He came back from that. He came back from being beat by Roman Reigns, who a lot of people said, nope, Roman's gonna bury him and that's it. And look at that, he still came back. So I don't think him getting pinned by I Show Speed is gonna be, oh nope, that's the end of LA Knight. It's not. So I don't think it's that deep to where like, oh, he's gonna be a joke. No, it's not. He'll be fine.
I get what you're
Plus,
saying.
it's a job. Plus, it's a job at the end of the day. So again, it's not gonna hurt him. He'll be fine.
Okay, I get what you're saying, but all those losses you just mentioned are against actual wrestling talent who has been wrestling for years upon years upon years. Okay, my opposition to that is Speed probably has been training right for like the last. I'll give him a month, probably since the angle started, right? Since they said he was going to be a part of this. So he's probably been training since then. I would say probably since the beginning of the year, right? Him losing to Speed and him losing to an actual wrestler is two different things, man. It has two different impacts. It really does.
So let me ask you a question.
I don't think a pinfall is going to hurt him.
What do you?
Yeah, they can book it goofy. Yeah, I'm not ramming that out of the realm of possibility. Yeah, LA Knight can get hit with a chair or something, and then Logan Paul drags ISO Speed on top of his body and he pins him. I get that. I can see them doing that, but I'm just not with them booking LA Knight to be pinned.
Okay.
So what, you have more of an issue with the pinfall more than anything if that's the finish.
It depends on the finish. If the finish is them grabbing ISO Speed and dragging his body on top of LA Knights after a big move or something, which I think that's probably will be the finish. They ain't gonna let him just straight up pin him. That ain't happening. If he straight up pins him, then that's a fucking problem. But I just can't see them being that dumb.
I think it'll be something goofy, like we're all pretty much saying.
All I said was that's supposed to happen. What else you think they're gonna do though? Like so you opposed? I mean, not opposed, but you picked. You said you said Usos was gonna win, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who are you pinning in the situation?
Austin Theory.
Who's pinning who?
Austin Theory.
You gonna pin Austin Theory?
Got to pin Austin Theory.
As the tag team champion?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I mean, he's the guy. He's the guy in the group who eats the pins out of the group.
So even okay, to your point, even with the guy a non-wrestler in the match, you going to pick the weakest guy, you gonna pin Austin Theory still.
Yeah,
that's pretty much why Austin Theory's in that group.
I'm just saying. I think what we're saying is the most predictable thing that'll happen. It'll be something funny where somebody hits LA Knight, you know what I mean? Whatever, maybe it's Braun Breaker or something. Whatever comes back, boom, and then the Speed gets the pin. Whatever, the visual is still Speed pinning LA Knight. Whatever way you want to slice it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that just don't fit the end of his year. That's all I'm saying. On to the next match. Too much time talking about it.
Plus, like I said, I kind of feel like the Vision still kind of needs the momentum because again, you're without Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, who are the two stars of that group. Because before they got hurt, really Logan Paul and Austin Theory really weren't winning or really doing anything significant because the focus was on Reed and Breaker. So if you're going to keep that group alive and keep it going, the Vision needs a win to keep the momentum going. Because if they lose, I mean, it kind of just stops. It stops their momentum, and then we're essentially right back to where we were, where it's just okay. You have the Usos and the Vision just going back and forth. So, like I said, I think the Vision, they do need a win because they need that momentum. But like I said, I show Speed falling or being dragged on LA Knight. It's not gonna hurt the man. He'll be fine.
We'll see, man. Let's get on to this next match. Next up, we have AJ Lee defending the Intercontinental Championship against the man Becky Lynch. This match has been kind of cold in terms of the build, right? It's been very cold, but we had the peak when AJ came back in September. broke the internet, and these two have been involved ever since. But there's been like a theme going on with this matchup. So at WrestlePalooza, AJ pinned Becky, right? War Games.
Wasn't it? She tapped out to the Black Widow.
Possibly.
Oh, okay.
War Games. She tapped out. I know she tapped out at War Games to the Black Widow for the win, so AJ can pick up the win there. And then what did you have? Elimination Chamber, and she beat her at Elimination Chamber for the IC strap. So this theme here, I cannot see 4 in a row. I just can't. AJ is not there on a weekly basis. Becky Lynch is there on a weekly basis, and for all facts, Becky has made the Intercontinental Championship what the U.S. Championship should be, the level that it should be at, possibly, but even better than the World Championship. I don't think no one over here in this panel would disagree that Becky has made that championship more monumental and mean more than the actual Women's World Championship on the exact same brand. Hence the Intercontinental Championship match we have now at WrestleMania, right? So with that, I just see Becky getting her revenge in this matchup. AJ has beaten her since she came back, got the upper hand on Becky since she's came back, cost Becky the championship, made her lose the championship, beat her at War Games, beat her at WrestlePalooza, beat her for the championship at the Chamber. At this point, Becky has to get her revenge and win this match. So with all that being said, I got to take Becky in this one. Now, WWE can do the WWE thing and, have the babyface win, but at this point, it's just, I don't see nobody but Becky winning, man. I don't. The Mr. and Mrs. CM Punk household is going to be without one championship. So I'm going to take Becky in this one. Go ahead, CK.
That's a very interesting take on it. I mean, I know some other wrestlers or some other female superstars like Roxanne and Liv have both expressed interest in having a match with AJ at some point. So I do think down the line those would be good matches to see, assuming AJ is still the champion or in some other form or capacity. As far as Becky winning, I mean, obviously for both AJ and Becky, there's still plenty of women on the roster that they could defend that belt against. And yeah, AJ Lee is part-time. I know Becky's full-time. But yeah, that's a hard match. That's a hard match. And I mean, both AJ and Becky have both had their WrestleMania moments. But I think I'm going to choose AJ Lee to retain the belt.
Okay.
That's just my pick. I mean, I know in my head I've played out a wild Raw after Mania scenario, which I know won't happen, but I'm still gonna pick AJ Lee to retain.
Okay. Sleezo, who you got? He in deep thought over there.
Man, I'm trying to figure out which direction for either one, really. I would say.
I can see both, honestly. I can see AJ keeping the title too.
But my thing is, who gonna do more with it coming out of the pay-per-view is what I'm looking at. I don't know if you want to keep it on the baby face. Because, then again, Becky Lynch is the heel, right? Who else is it for her to work with once coming out of WrestleMania, right? So, I think she already defended it against Bayley and Lyra, right? She had it, right? Who else is on fucking Raw? All the top.
She already defended against Maxine.
Yeah, I ain't counting her at all. But, I get what you're saying. It's kind of, what you got? Stephanie Vaquer.
There ain't that many babyfaces besides RHEA and Io that haven't even had a shot at the title.
That's what I'm saying. Do you let AJ Lee win here and then probably give it to Raquel coming out? that's something I would look into. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, if Becky wins again, who else she gonna work with? You know what I mean? She already beat everybody else, and I mean, Liv Morgan's a heel. Rhea Ripley's not even on Raw anymore, right? I mean, EO. I mean, but we've been there, done that. I'm gonna go AJ. Then coming out the pay per view, I'm gonna have Big Sexy beat her at Backlash or something in Baltimore or somewhere closer for SummerSlam though.
Yeah, I do think there is a possibility of AJ winning just because the
I don't.
amount of women she can fight, for
I
sure.
just don't. Yeah, I just don't think there's anybody else for Becky Lynch to. I mean, he's just gonna be doing replays at that point. I mean, you can still do AJ and I mean, they already did AJ and Bailey, but you know, I mean, I just think Raquel can do more with it at some point. So probably AJ loses to hers. I mean, I think Raquel needed more. Becky don't need to beat AJ Lee. AJ Lee don't need to beat Becky. Don't do. It's like it kind of, you know what I mean? Like evens out really. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody really elevates from it. Becky Lynch can have just a one-on-one match and you know what I'm saying, and then elevate somebody just in the like kind of her like where her and Trish did. Elevate somebody from there. You know what I mean? So I think AJ should win here. That's what I would do. Uh, yeah, I'm taking AJ, man. That's what my gut telling me, man. It just makes more business sense.
Okay.
Somebody from the Chicago household losing one of the titles. We know what that is.
All
But
right.
we gonna keep it like that.
All
I'm going
right.
AJ though.
All right. Next up, man, we got the women's fatal four way tag team title match. We have Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Bailey and Lyra Valkyria, Nikki and Brie Bella versus the tag team champs Nia Jax and Lash Legend. What they call them, the irresistible
The
forces.
irresistible forces.
That's what they call them, right?
Mm-hmm.
This
I'll go
matchup.
first.
There's a couple. Oh, you want to go first, man? Go ahead. My bad. I know.
Yeah. I just want to get my pick out the way.
Go ahead.
So we got the Bella Twins. We got Bailey and Lyra, and then Charlotte and Alexa. Charlotte and Alexa already had it. Bailey and Lyra haven't had the titles. Obviously, predictable would be the Bella Twins, but I think it's been more what baby faces up to this point, right? Winning maybe. Uh, I'm gonna say that Nia and them retain. They just won it for real. So I mean, the rumors may say the Bella Twins. I just don't see the Bella Twins winning it, right? You know what I mean? I mean, this would be the excuse for them to win it. Them pinning somebody like Bailey or something. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to beat Lash, and they just don't look right beating Nia Jax either in a straight up match. But I think that Nia Jax and them they just got the titles for real. You know what I mean? They had a couple defenses. I think it's a little bit more you can go. You know what I mean? A little bit more ways you can go with that. So that's why I'm taking them to. And Charlotte and Lex, I think they kind of cancel each other out for the eventual match. Um, Bailey and Lyra, dark horses. But I think you get more out of Nia and Lash. They help propel Lash, I think. So that's what I'm taking.
Go ahead, CK.
I agree with Bam. I think Bailey and Lyra will be the dark horses in this match, and obviously the favorites are gonna be the Bella Twins, and that's assuming Nikki is cleared to wrestle. Um, I mean, obviously, if not, we know it's gonna be Asuka and Kairi Sane. But if I have to pick, I do think Nia and Lash retain because again, it gets more eyes on Lash. Um, and again, I think Bam, the excuse would be for the Bellas to win, and this is how they would win it. Um, it's just the tag division for the women is it's so bare bones. And this is no offense to them. I think all the ladies that are in the tag team division or that get partnered up, they're all spectacular. They're all fabulous wrestlers. I just kind of think again, it's such a bare bones thing. We constantly get this every single year. It's a fatal four way or a triple threat with the same teams. And there's only so many times you can pass the belt around, or there's only so many matches that you can see that are exciting or good, or however you want to say it. But I'm gonna pick Nia and Lash to retain because again, you know, you have to get more eyes on Lash Legend, especially if she's gonna become a solo female wrestler here down the line in the future. I mean, because you're more than likely bound to do Nia versus Lash at some point. You're more than likely gonna do Jade versus Lash at some point. But I'm gonna pick Nia and Lash to retain.
All right. Well, man, this match can be kind of tricky just because the only heel team in this match is Lash and Nia. They legit the only heel team, and there's been the way my predictions have been doing. It ain't really been all baby faces for me. It's been 2 heels and I think a baby face. I'm leaning towards the Bellas just because this is what they brought Brie Bella back for, right? We saw that reaction she got at the Royal Rumble. Probably the best reaction at the Rumble was her returning. But the thing is still up in the air with Nikki Bella's ankle or whatever. We don't know. Hopefully they give us an update come tomorrow or something. I don't know. WWE just proved with this tag team scene, the whole tag team division, that they don't really put the time and creative behind it, like actual tag teams, right? I'm a big fan of the Charlotte and Alexa whole get up. I don't want them breaking up no time soon. So I would prefer for them to get the titles back and just hold the championships for a while again. Just I think they just that good of a tag team, and they bring some sort of stardom to that tag team division that's needed. So I wouldn't be opposed to them holding the championships. Lyra and Bayley is definitely the dark horse. They definitely are, especially after what happened last year with Bayley getting screwed. I'm gonna go with Lyra and Bayley, just because I know it's repeating the same finish from last year with Lyra winning the championships again. But these two have been since probably SummerSlam. They have been involved with these tag team titles, going back to the midpoint of last year. Being screwed out of the championships, keep losing, just getting there and then losing. At this time, the Bellas don't need it right now, because if you win, you don't know the status of Nikki Bella's ankle at this point. The moment is there for them to strike with them too, though, to get the championships, but they might hold off on that for a little while. I'm gonna take Lyra and Bayley for the win.
I mean, Evolution is like 2.5 months, so
Are they doing another Evolution?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
It's in Kansas City, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, SummerSlam should. I think SummerSlam is right after that. So.
And like I said, the women's tag team, it's so bare bones. Like, I would love if WWE did like, if they did like a tournament of like legit women tag teams competing to like get a spot like on the roster, kind of like what they did with like the Mae Young Classic. You know, I get it's more money that they're spending on women tag teams, but you need more legit women tag teams to make this division more fun and interesting. Like, I get like they have a women roster that's stacked, and so you're throwing these women together so they have something to do, but like legit women tag teams that coordinate their moves together and everything together, like the Usos do, like Liv and Raquel do, it would definitely make it more entertaining and more fun to watch instead of just seeing the same teams over again.
I think what they should have done is before splitting Zarya and Soul, I think they should have done it, put them in this match. You know what I mean, beforehand, and then how to split at WrestleMania. That way, you got a bigger spotlight on the feud. I just because everybody watches NXT, but in order for them to make an impact, you know what I mean? Because I mean, Soul's already been up on. She should have been on the main roster by now. But you know, get a team from NXT in here. I mean, because they can't compete for the titles. You know what I mean? So I mean that was they've been a team all year, so that was a pretty good. You know what I mean? A good team, I would say, in my opinion. You got a powerhouse, and Sol Ruka was pretty good. That's just something I would have done, but it is what it is. That's why I'm taking Lash, because I mean the attention need to be on her.
I think Lash will get that attention. I mean, we seen it
I mean,
though. We seen it in
but
the
then
Rumble
again,
and at War Games, bro.
what I'm saying is, so coming out of this, you want to split them off right after that?
No.
Like you want to do the Nia versus Lash already?
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm saying. I mean, let them get like at least let them hold it to Evolution or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like give them a couple more months. You know what I mean? I mean, because losing it here is just a gimme for the Bella Twins. The Bella Twins can always come back. I mean, they don't need it because if the Bella Twins win, then what's next? You know what I'm saying?
They can win it at Evolution.
That's what I'm saying. Like they went in Evolution, and SummerSlam right there, they drop it at SummerSlam, boom, they had their little run. You know what I'm saying? They did what they wanted to do. And by that time, you establish somebody else. There you go.
You got to also remember you put more effort and work in than WWE is than when it comes to booking and shit.
I understand. Yeah, I mean that's the thing about predictions. But I'm just saying that's just something I would look forward to. You know what I mean?
They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck about that tag team division like that. All right, man. Next up, we have the match I think is going to be the show stealer of night one. Seth Rollins versus the Ring General, Gunther. No titles on the line. Just two guys going in there and possibly going to have the match of the night, Saturday night. This match here, while it being on short notice, I'm just excited for it because I've never seen these two share the ring together. I'm sure they had interactions for sure. I'm stoked for it. I can't wait for it. I mean, there ain't nothing else I can say about it, really.
I'm gonna
take Gunther just because he has the momentum coming from beating Cena, beating Goldberg, beating Cena, retiring AJ Styles, retiring all three of those guys. And the monumental impact that has just in the ring itself. And Seth Rollins, his issue with the vision isn't over. And now we have this lingering thing in the air with whatever Gunther's going to ask of Heyman. So in order for him to get his reward from Heyman, he has to beat Seth Rollins. Seth will be okay losing this matchup. And I think this is where we see Braun Breaker come back and cost Seth Rollins the matchup. Since Seth Rollins cost Braun Breaker the Royal Rumble spot. Since Seth Rollins cost Logan Paul whatever, the spot at the Chamber, whatever. Since he's been a thorn in the vision side since he's been back, this is where Braun Breaker gets his payback, cost Seth Rollins the match. That's the only way I see him losing. I don't see him losing clean to Gunther at all. So I'm going to take Gunther in this matchup. But this will be the match of the night. I'm sure of it. One of y'all go next.
I'm gonna pick Gunther too because obviously Gunther needs it more than Seth because obviously we know what Gunther wants from Paul Heyman. We know they're more than likely setting up Gunther versus Lesnar at SummerSlam, which when we get to that match prediction, I got something I want to go first for that. But like I said, Gunther, it's like you said, Gunther has all the momentum right now. And so it would only make sense for Gunther to win this match to get the favor that he wants from the wise man, the oracle, the advocate, Mr. Paul Heyman. So yeah, my pick is gonna be Gunther.
Yeah, I mean Gunther is not even it shouldn't even be in a conversation. Seth Rollins doesn't need it at all. Braun Breaker may be back in this match. I'm not sure, but yeah, Gunther all the way. I mean, he doesn't need to be losing to Seth Rollins. I like Seth Rollins, but Seth Rollins doesn't need to be beating the Ring General. It needs to be given to somebody else.
Okay.
I mean, simple as that. I mean, ain't much more else you can say. Really.
Yeah, for sure.
It should be a banger of a match. I don't want to hype it up too much where they, don't live up to expectation, but it should be a good match. So.
All right. Next up, the Women's World Championship. Liv Morgan, the 2026 Women's Royal Rumble winner, taking on the Women's World Champ Stephanie Baker. I'll let Drew go first since he's a Liv Morgan main. He can go first.
Yeah, okay. I have to say, Liv has really turned up her character a lot this past few years. she has really turned it up. And I mean, the oh man, when she was screaming at Stephanie Vaquer when they were taking her away, oh my god, she looked like, I think someone left a comment saying she should be in The Exorcist because of how she looked. Like, it was just phenomenal. I love Liv Morgan, like I really do, but Stephanie really hasn't defended the belt as much, and I think this is another issue where Triple H really kind of lacks, is just title defenses. I get nowadays when PLEs are coming up, you don't want your champions to be, really wrestling in case they do get injured, then you got to find a whole nother plan. But I also do kind of think that kind of really does hurt their value. Um, and it's like, again, I've only seen Stephanie Vaquer wrestle maybe like only a few times, so I don't really know what else she really has in her bag. But as much as I love Liv Morgan, I'm gonna say Stephanie Vaquer will retain. Um, I think there's plenty you can do with Liv as the world champion, especially with how her character is now. Now that it's been turned up way more, and it's just, I don't know what you do with Stephanie Vaquer if she loses the title, but I'm gonna say Stephanie Vaquer retains.
Sleeve.
Want me to go?
Yeah.
Uh, I'm not. Well, I mean, Stephanie's run has just been god awful. Probably not her fault, but
Definitely not her fault. What the hell you mean? Probably not. Definitely not her fault.
so Liv Morgan can work with Bailey Lyra, AJ possibly, Maxine, Roxanne. I'm gonna just take Liv Morgan just because. I mean, I think Stephanie needs to lose the title. I mean, not it's nothing she's done, but it's just you know, it just I mean the book and it just Triple H is gonna. I mean the criticism he has to take it. I mean, I'm just saying. It's not. I'm not. I know his job ain't easy. He says it all the time, but brother, you should have done better with the women's championship at some point. I mean, there's no reason we did she even fight Rhea Ripley at some point or no?
No.
Yeah, it's like there's no reason why we couldn't have got that match. Um, we couldn't. We even. I mean, I know most of the in the tag team division.
Injuries probably injuries played a part of that, probably more than likely.
I'm just saying. I'm just. I mean, he had the whole freaking year. I mean, when she won it September,
Yeah.
whenever Evolution was. I mean,
September.
there's no excuse for her not to have a freaking title defense. You know what I mean? Like, how many times she defended the title? Maybe twice.
Maybe 4.
Maybe 4. Whatever. That's inexcusable for a world championship. So she needs to lose it, give it to Liv, and see what he does creatively. You know, I think they got more stock in Liv Morgan at this point. So
I think they do too. I think you can do more with Liv as the champion than you can with Stephanie. But like I said, Stephanie hasn't done much with it. And again, it's not her fault. It's not Io's fault that she had a bad championship run leading into WrestleMania when her and Bailey had their match. It's not their fault. It's not Jade's fault. It's very lackluster. And it's like DJ said earlier, the women's intercontinental championship is more prestigious than the women's world championship. And the women's world championship, that's supposed to be your top belt. Like, that's supposed to be the belt that's supposed to be more prestigious than a lot of these other mid-card titles. These mid-card titles are more prestigious than the main championships in the women's division. So yeah, that's just my 2 cents.
What I would, I mean, as if this leads to, I mean, if Raquel doesn't do nothing with any kind of title, if this leads to her, because she did get screwed at the Rumble, if this leads to her turning on Liv Morgan and her winning the title, I'm all in favor for that. I think Raquel is not, I ain't gonna say the top female on Raw, but she down there close. I mean, she reinvented herself, um, just coming into the new year. That's all I'm saying. I just like what Raquel doing. I think it's about time to put the title on her. in my opinion. Have Liv Morgan. We've seen that already. Liv Morgan can pick this big win up. I mean, she got the Royal Rumble already. She in the main event of WrestleMania. If this propel Raquel, because Raquel got screwed at the Rumble, I'm all in favor for it. I can see. I mean, then you got material. You know what I'm saying, for Raquel, and then maybe that lead to Roxanne. Whatever. If this leads to Big Sexy winning one of those titles, I'm all in favor for it because I think she earned it. Liv Morgan. I mean, she she doing her thing, but they love the blondes. But you telling me we got Big Sexy, 6 feet. You know what I'm saying? She. I mean, she doing her thing. I mean,
Hey,
that's all I'm gonna say. I think Raquel.
this
I think it's time for Big Sexy to get one of them titles, man.
I honestly, I'm gonna go with Liv, just because it's more story things line up with her being the world champion as opposed to Stephanie. And another reason that I think we omitting here, or y'all probably omitting here, is there's somebody who was the world champ who had to give it up.
Shut your ass up about omitting. Shut your ass up, clown.
And that person is Naomi. She had the baby back in February, right? So who's to say she don't come back the Monday after WrestleMania? Whoever's the world champion don't want that smoke, because she's gonna be an over the hill, no pun intended, over the heels babyface. Period. So you probably want her in that match, in a match against Liv Morgan as opposed to Stephanie. Because if it's Stephanie, Naomi's gonna get cheered more than Stephanie will. So I rather prefer Stephanie lose the championship at Mania to Liv. You put Liv in that spot. Liv don't have a long title run. She have a short title run. Probably Naomi get the championship back the night after WrestleMania. Beat Liv Morgan for the championship.
Didn't Naomi just give birth like earlier this week or sometime last week?
I thought she gave birth in like March. If not March, late February.
I don't know. Listen. I was gonna mention Naomi, but I think that's still a little too early. I mean, coming off the chop. I mean,
coming off of the birth. Yeah, it's still a little too early. I don't think she'll be back this early.
I mean, we know she went in the wins. I just think Raquel is the one. I mean, if this is, we don't need to Liv Morgan long title reign. Okay, we've seen her work with. She's already had it before. You know what I mean? I mean, before Naomi, who was whenever before she got hurt, she had it. Yeah, when Rhea Ripley lost or whatever. She's already had it. I think we need to coming out of the new year. Okay, if it's Raquel got screwed in the Rumble and she had a showing out at the Elimination Chamber. That's all I'm gonna say about it.
I'm on with Big Sexy.
I think it's time for Big Sexy to win it. I'm just saying. I'm not tired of Liv Morgan shit, but I'm not tired of the Liv Morgan shit.
All I'm saying is just don't
all over my
forget
TV,
Naomi.
and you telling me Big Sexy at damn near 6 foot.
We heard you. We heard you.
And in the background like Diesel ain't turn on in this bitch yet. She supposed to powerbomb her ass somewhere. Man, the bitch threw out the Rumble. I don't care if we best friends. It's over with after that.
I'm with her.
She's looking at her best interest. Now it's time for Big Sexy to be looking within, looking at her best interest, and that's the world title. The Raw to WrestleMania, I'm all for it.
I'm with everything you're saying, bro.
I've Liv Morgan do an open challenge. Big Sexy come out there and smash her ass. Period.
Listen. All I'm gonna say is, man, just don't forget about Naomi. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm not gonna forget about Naomi. I mean, but that's just early coming off of childbirth, bro. I mean, then again, if she was to come back, all right, so you gonna have Naomi come back, right? She ain't gonna win. They ain't gonna book Liv Morgan and lose like that.
Who you know what I'm saying? Who said he ain't?
I don't think they would book her to lose to Naomi coming right off. You know what I mean? Coming right off her winning at WrestleMania.
Man, I think saw motherfucking MJF just get his ass beat yesterday. In fucking
that's two different situations.
65 seconds.
That wasn't even a story. That was just a moment. We talking about the story, right?
There ain't no story.
The story is eventually Raquel turning on Liv Morgan, right?
For sure.
So why not, that's what I'm saying. If she do an open challenge and Roxanne come out with a distraction, right? I mean, it's me fantasy booking, okay? Raw to WrestleMania, you know they hype it up. Okay, we're gonna do a title match, Liv Morgan, whatever. Okay. Roxanne come out, answer open challenge, and she facing off Roxanne and the rant. Big Sexy come out the crowd, take her down, powerbomb her on the steel. I'm just saying, something like that. Big Sexy get the title. I'm just saying that's something that would pique people's interest.
Right.
She ain't gotta have it long.
All right.
And then they can leave Naomi coming back. I don't care.
We do it.
I'm just saying. I mean,
head to the next match.
I mean, it's been going on. She's doing her thing. It just we can go ahead and move on from that.
So okay, so it looks like Naomi gave birth early March.
Okay.
Exactly.
So I think if Naomi comes back, I don't think it's the Raw after Mania. I think if she comes back, I think it's around SummerSlam just to give her those extra few months to heal.
Yeah, she got to get in-ring reps, and that's what I'm saying. You booked that match. Who you gonna beat? You're not gonna want to beat either of them. Liv Morgan just won, and then Naomi coming back. You're not beating Naomi, so you know it's gonna be a smiles anyway.
Man, we got to see, man.
Look. Then it's more Judgment Day shit and Dominic shit.
Man,
we done with that shit.
We got to see, man. Let's move on, man. Let's just move on. We got to see.
Let me say something. If Liv Morgan does win, I can see her holding the belt maybe up until SummerSlam, and then I think if she retains it at SummerSlam, I can see Naomi coming back and then taking the belt away from her. That's how I see it. I would love to see Raquel win the title. Don't get me wrong. I would love to see Raquel win the title, but we have to see what WWE does with Naomi.
I'm out for moments, man. I'm getting tired of these long title reigns.
My question to that, right? My counter to that is, all right? Liv Morgan win the title, okay? Who does she work with, though? Right? You get what I'm saying? Like that's why Liv Morgan. Who does she work with?
A ton.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
A ton.
Okay, like who?
You have Raquel. That Raquel story's don't beat her.
We Xing her out right now.
Oh, you talking about post to Raquel?
Listen. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Raquel got to win to make it interesting. Like Liv Morgan and her just fighting. Raquel got to win the belt for Liv Morgan to go out. There's got to be a reason for for them to be fighting.
You can do her and AJ.
Who?
Liv. You can do Liv and AJ. That's a big match. AJ going after the world championship. That's a big match.
The prediction was AJ winning earlier. That's what I'm saying. The prediction for me and him. The prediction was AJ winning. So she still got the Intercontinental title. So he told me he's gonna put two titles, 1-on-1 against it. That's what I'm saying. 1-on-1 in our spectrum.
We've seen champion versus champion matches before. That ain't nothing new.
Yeah, but I understand it. But I'm saying is I feel like it's a waste of a direction.
Why? It's AJ fucking Lee. What do you mean? So she keeping the title. What's the problem in that? I think that just put the Intercontinental Championship more on a bad pedestal.
No.
Get the title. Seriously?
Okay. So if Stephanie retains, who does Stephanie work with until Raquel gets a title shot or until Naomi gets back? Because we already know one of the bigger matches for Stephanie that a lot of people want is RHEA.
Stephanie already beat Raquel, so there ain't no point in even her fight. I mean, there was already.
She already don't beat. If she keep the belt, she already don't have to beat probably all the members of Judgment. I think she beat Roxanne. She beat Raquel probably twice. And then if you beat Liv if you beat her at WrestleMania, then what?
You can beat everybody. That's what I'm saying. She got to.
She would have to go with Becky. If that's the case,
you can still do Becky. And assuming Rhea loses to Jade, you can always do Stephanie versus Rhea. You can do Stephanie.
versus Asuka.
Rhea on SmackDown.
You can do all that.
You can't do Rhea. Rhea on SmackDown.
But she's not for sure on SmackDown until she win the championship. She's just there because Jade.
She won the title. Jade ain't beating her, bro. Unless the Hulk come out, that motherfucker. Bro,
man.
There's a discussion within a discussion. I'm just saying.
So essentially with this match, the possibilities are endless.
Listen, man.
You got to go right into the Judgment Day shit. Because I mean, what's the point of Liv Morgan coming out and fighting somebody like AJ? It ain't no point. It ain't no point. Like okay, so we either reward AJ Lee for losing or for winning that WrestleMania. It's one of the two.
Obviously, if she's gonna return the championship.
Wait.
Since the world title.
Since that's what you booking, right? That's what you booking.
I had Becky winning. Y'all had AJ winning.
I'm just saying. You said AJ Lee. Okay. Say Becky win. AJ Lee ain't got the title. So we still rewarding her with a title match for fucking losing, right?
WWE can't do that.
You act
They've
like
done
we
it
never
before
seen
in the
that
past.
before, though, Bam. You trying to put logic in the situation that we don't even use logic, brother.
Let me finish. I know they don't use logic, but I'm saying, I mean, it just don't make sense for her to get right into a title match after losing a title.
I'm not saying her get ushered directly into it. You can build into it eventually. You said name people who she can go, who she can work with besides Raquel. I said AJ Lee is one. Io Sky's another.
Listen, I'm directly talking about coming out of the show. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, I'm giving you names. I'm giving you names.
Huh?
I'm giving you names.
Okay. Go for it.
AJ Lee, Io Sky. Eventually, we gonna get we don't want to go back to Rhea Ripley and her. We've been there, done that all last year. Don't want to do that, right? The Raquel match is there, so we edging her out. Roxanne match is there. She had the thing with her and Finn. Finn brought her into the Judgment Day, so we obviously get that match sooner rather than later. Roxanne and Liv. So that's another person you're gonna work into there. Then she don't think she had Raquel on her side, and then the eventual turn of Raquel. So Liv got a lot of options to run down when her being the champ. But she had a lot of people who babyface and heel who will vie for that championship. Period.
Move on. I just like my option better.
I mean, all I say to that is just don't count Naomi out. That's all I'm gonna say to that.
What is it?
I said all I say to this whole women's world championship scene is just don't count Naomi out. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think we're counting Naomi out. I think we're just looking at what's available now. Because I think if Naomi comes back, it's not gonna be until SummerSlam.
I don't think it's that. I don't think it's gonna be that far away. But
maybe Evolution.
We gonna see.
That's just my thing.
A show or something.
Huh?
They build into a match. She may come out at the end of Evolution and build it to a show, a match at WrestleMania.
She may come back at Evolution and Faceful. You don't know. We don't know.
This is what I'm gonna say about Naomi. I think Naomi will either come back at Evolution or at SummerSlam. She won't be on the card, but she will make her return at one of those PLEs. Right. And I think more than likely it would be SummerSlam, just because SummerSlam is one of WWE's big four PLEs.
All right.
That's just what I'm saying about Naomi.
Let's get to the main event, man. We don't spend enough time on night one. The main event of night one.
We're passionate people.
The American Nightmare, the WWE Undisputed Champion, taking on the 2026 Elimination Chamber winner, Pat McAfee. Oh, my bad. Randy Orton.
Whoa, calm down.
At WrestleMania for the WWE Undisputed Championship with Randy Orton at his side. I kid, but Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. I got a lot to say about this. Okay.
Wait, did you say Pat McAfee was the Elimination Chamber winner?
Yeah,
that's what it
sounded. He Elimination Chamber. You would think he was the winner going into this fucking match. You would really think he's the fucking winner going into this fucking match. I got a lot to say about this fucking dog shit angle. It's
what Cody thinks it sucks. Damian Priest thinks it sucks. A lot of people thinks it sucks.
It's just like, okay, like I didn't watch him come out on SmackDown like live and go out there and attack Cody Rhodes. I watched it back the day after, and all I can say about that whole entire segment is that segment in St. Louis looked so fucking goofy. That's all I can think of watching Pat McAfee hit Cody in the dick. I'm just sitting there like, he looked like he's not believable. He's just not believable. I can't believe he's the one that put the bug in Randy Orton's ear to be the Viper. I just can't. I can't believe that. You have everybody in his lineage that Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes together have been involved. Okay, you know you don't want to go Ric Flair. Batista would have been a valuable option because the history between them two, literally from OVW to today. You could have went. The Rock would have made more sense because his history with Cody. But you've been there, done that for the last 2 years. You don't want to go back to that well, so I see why Rock in there. But the one fucker they I know WWE didn't have a hand in it, but they have a partial hand. Came from up top. The motherfucker that they landed on was Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee, dog. I can't take this motherfucker serious in his role. He gonna come out there on SmackDown talk about what If you smell, I'm like, bro, get him the fuck off my screen with this shit. Seriously, dog.
Yeah, what did he ever do to you?
He overstayed his welcome. You know how I feel about Pat McAfee. You know how I feel about him.
I just got calm down. No, don't hurt the messenger. Man.
I mean, he was cool when he first got there, but then he just started overstaying. It's just him on commentary just reached a point to where, like, it's just annoying. I gotta turn the volume down. Him doing the dog barking and shit. I don't want to hear that shit. I'm trying to watch.
Who be dog barking?
Yeah, he used to be dog barking on commentary and all this. Man, I just be like, man, him entering the Royal Rumble, him at WrestleMania 38, him at WrestleMania 39, WrestleMania 4. Like, bruh, like, dude, I'm getting tired of seeing you. And then you a couple months ago, you go on an Instagram Q&A live or whatever the fuck it was, and saying the business passed you by, and then you was the guy who's been in Randy Orton, Randy Orton been talking to this entire time on a fucking phone. It's been Pat McAfee to let him know, to reassure Randy Orton who he is. Pat McAfee of all motherfucking people. Y'all decided this was a good idea to usher him in this fucking storyline. I can't take this fucking storyline serious. Him being ushered in here literally killed my excitement for this match. I don't even want to watch this fucking match. That's how bad it is. Pat McAfee in a fucking main event. The same shit they did with Travis Scott. This shit is even worse, though. This shit is worse than that. You got him blatantly on SmackDown talking about ticket sales, talking about 5'5" guys wrestling 45-minute Iron Man matches. Meanwhile, bro, just a couple months earlier, you was yeeting with everybody else, weren't you? So what the fuck are you talking about? Bam, I'm gonna tell you this. Since the start of this year, I've been on the Randy Orton train since January. He was one of my picks to win the Royal Rumble. He didn't win it. He was my pick to win the Chamber, and he actually won it. Because I seen the story they was going with. At WrestleMania, I'm picking Randy Orton to win this. I mean, I think it's a formality now since they don't got the Jelly Boy included, Bit Jelly Roll included in here too. So he's going to be in Cody's corner. Pat McAfee's in the other corner. Then we get the match at Backlash. And this is my problem with celebrities. And I don't go to the umph degree like other people do, but my problem with celebrities being in WWE is they only come around when it's time for the bit show for the majority. When it's WrestleMania time, taking spots away from other people who work their ass off, grinded all year round to get to that spot, who don't even get there, and they weren't even there the year prior. And that's my only problem when it comes to these celebrities being involved. It really fucking irks me a lot, as you can tell. And then after Backlash, we ain't gonna see fucking Jelly Roll till probably this summer. We ain't gonna see Pat McAfee probably till a couple months after. So where the fuck do we go after this? WDB, you fucked up, bro. You just a story that didn't need Pat McAfee involved at all. A story that was told by itself just on a merit of them knowing each other for 18 years. You fucked it all up. You can't repay it now after WrestleMania. This is your biggest show of the year. And you decided to include fucking Pat McAfee. I'm taking Orton, man. I hate that I went on to spell that long, but this whole situation just killed my excitement for this matchup. I'm gonna take Randy Orton. One of y'all can go ahead.
What's he got?
Obviously no one's a fan that it was Pat McAfee, but obviously it was a higher up in TKO that made this decision. Honestly, in my personal opinion, I mean, more than likely it's going to be Randy. I'm gonna pick Randy to win. Not only do I think Randy will win, I think this will more than likely probably lead to a Cody Rhodes heel turn that people have been wanting or have been talking about the past few months. But, you know, WWE is aware that a lot of people don't like that it was Pat McAfee. So part of me thinks there's also... Part of me thinks it's not just Pat McAfee. Part of me thinks that there's someone else involved. So I think at WrestleMania there probably will be another person on Randy's side. I don't think it's just Pat McAfee, not with the bad reception that they've been getting. But like I said, we will have to see at WrestleMania. But yeah, I'm gonna pick Orton. Cody's been Cody's been getting booed lately, so I honestly think we're gonna get a Cody Rhodes heel turn at some point. I mean, whether it happens at Mania or whether it happens after Mania, we're gonna get a Cody Rhodes heel turn. But I'm gonna pick Randy Orton to win. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with.
Oh yeah, bro. You motherfucker here snorting in my damn ear, licking my hand, trying to mute the mic. Uh, so all right, I see you over there, seething with anger, Sleezo. Um, yeah, I mean, you got more. You got more you want to say? I mean, you go for it before I get into it. But
All I'm gonna say is I wish they went the Fatal 4-Way route, just because you had more people vying for the championship. Jacob, Drew, Cody, Orton would have been a very much more exciting matchup, and I had Orton winning that match as well. No matter what the match was going to be, I always had Randy Orton winning at WrestleMania. Him turning heel at WrestleMania, and a lot of story things playing out right there. But that's all I wanted to say. Go ahead.
um,
Let me just say something real quick before you go, Bam. I'm sorry. To DJ's point, I think when celebrities get involved in matches, I think that's bad. I don't mind celebrities being there and helping out with WrestleMania. I just don't think they should be involved in matches. In some cases, I think it's okay, but in most cases, no. I don't think it's good. I mean, if you want to consider Pat McAfee a celebrity, you can, but he's not. He's a former fucking commentator who
Man,
did
he's a former punter. He's a
he he
punter.
he he
That
he
nigga's a
did
punter.
decent at commentating, but I don't think Pat
Decent.
McAfee
You give him a little too credit.
he didn't need to be a part of this because like DJ said, the history between Cody and Orton was already there. You didn't need Pat McAfee, but in terms of celebrities, they don't need to be involved in storylines whatsoever.
Listen,
You don't.
I,
They
I,
don't.
I
Need
don't
to.
I don't mind I Show Speed's involvement. He's one of the ones who get it. I mean, Jelly Roll, he get it too, but I'm tired of keep seeing fucking Jelly Roll. We had 6 weeks in a row of Jelly Roll on fucking TV. Bam, you go before I keep going. Go. Go before I go. Go.
this seems personal. It shouldn't be personal. It's just it wasn't. It's not the right direction to go. The celebrity stuff can be done. I mean, it could be done and done well. It just this was just wrong guy, wrong time. You know what I mean? I mean, there's been instances where Pat McAfee's done this thing. I
Yeah,
just
but
think
this
they
ain't
shouldn't
it.
build him. I mean, you can't really. I mean, you can blame Triple H, but it's what came from up top. Um, so I mean, I think it was just a wrong reveal for what people really expected. Which man, I mean, we should be used to this stuff now. We get let down all the time. It would have been better with different people in that spot, or just not go with it at all. I mean, a simple story: teacher, student, one-on-one, WrestleMania World Championship could have been done. Um, I guess it's what is it? Him reminded Randy Orton who he is, right? Is that what is that what? Okay.
I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know. I guess
They
that's
could
what
have
that's
picked
what they going
somebody
for.
else. We understand that. I mean, it could. I mean, realistically, in the perfect world, Ted DiBiase Jr., Bob Orton, or like Arn Anderson or somebody else. Um, but this is WWE. So, but I'm picking Randy Orton. I think there's more story to grasp towards Randy Orton because if Cody Rhodes beats Randy Orton here, then what? I mean, it's more Super Cody, and people already turning on Cody as it is. Um, so yeah, I'm taking Randy Orton. There's a little bit more direction you can go after that. I would have liked to seen the. I mean, I was all in favor of the Fatal 4-Way coming. I mean, even when the build and all that, when he beat Drew McIntyre for the title, It was whatever. We kind of knew it was going to get here at some point. Um, but yeah, it's a main event that's not really a main event anymore. They doing better promos, not on the show. It's the Pat McAfee show. It should be Pat McAfee versus Randy Orton. I mean versus Cody Rhodes at this point because that's what it is. Um, it's not even about the Legend Killer anymore. So Randy Orton picks up the win here, and we move on to
Night
Backlash.
2.
What if we get? What if Cody does retain and we get that Cody Rhodes heel turn that everybody's been
Man,
wanting?
that ain't happening to me just because they don't have nobody to reach. They don't have no other babyface to replace him. That's what we gotta remember. Like
There's just nobody in his
there
spot.
ain't nobody in the spot. Roman ain't there enough. Cody's there weekly. Roman's a babyface, but he's not there enough. You know what I'm saying? So they ain't got nobody to replace him at this point.
That could be like an Oba Femi spot, but
Yeah, but that take time though.
So yeah, that's the whole reason why we won't get the heel Cody.
Yeah,
not right
now. It's
just in the books, man.
Yeah,
it would be nice, but even still, then again, who does he work with? You feel what I'm saying?
All right. Now we go on to what I presume to be the main event of WrestleMania. The whole, pretty much. It's been built up. It's been built up. They've been firing on all cylinders. This is an S+ record if you playing Resident Evil in terms of build. This match will be airing for free on ESPN on night 2. The match we talking about, Brock Lesnar versus the ruler, Oba Femi. This match, this build. Oh, you want to go?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I'm going. So this is something that I've really been thinking about, like the past maybe like week or so between Oba and Brock. Obviously, I think Oba is going to win, but I honestly do think this match also will also kind of determine like how Brock is booked up until SummerSlam. Because if SummerSlam is supposed to be where Brock is gonna retire, I feel like you could definitely go maybe one of two ways with this. If Brock loses, because he is advertised for the Raw after Mania. So if Brock loses, I can see Brock and Heyman coming out wanting a rematch against Oba at Backlash. But I can also see Gunther coming out calling in the favor and saying he wants a match against Brock when he wants the match against Brock or whatever. So I can see Brock and Oba having a rematch at Backlash and Gunther does something to cause Brock to lose the match, and then they have their match at SummerSlam and Gunther wins. My only issue with that is I can't really see Brock going out after 3 straight losses. My other thing is with this match is if Brock does win at Mania, I can and again I can see it again where Brock and Heyman are there on the Raw after Mania to cut another promo, and Gunther comes out, calls in the favor, yada yada yada. But the other thing I wonder is what is Lesnar really book? What is his booking after WrestleMania, depending on if he wins or loses? Are we gonna see him at Backlash? Are we gonna see him at other PLEs leading up to SummerSlam? But just knowing how Brock is usually booked, assuming he loses at WrestleMania, I think maybe on Raw, he wants a rematch against Oba, but you get Gunther instead. So then maybe you give Brock that time off, or maybe something has to happen to set up Gunther and Lesnar's match for SummerSlam. So that's why I think if Brock loses, he's going to want a rematch against Oba, and if you do it at Backlash, and then Gunther does something to set up their match leading to SummerSlam, and then maybe you give Brock maybe like a month and a half off for him to rest up and get ready, and then maybe by late June, maybe early July, he comes back because you have to start building their match because SummerSlam's August 1st and August 2nd. So that's where my thinking is with it. Again, based off of like his booking. but I do think Oba is going to win. So that's really what I just wanted to say. And since we all know Gunther is going to win, or we're predicting Gunther is going to win, we already know what this match is setting up to be. So that's just what I wanted to say.
Go ahead, Bill.
I don't necessarily agree with this thing. People are saying this is the real main event. I just think it's just the match that everybody wanted to see, and now they're just saying it's the main event because that's something they wanted to see.
I mean, it's been
yeah,
built, but
I
it's been built up though, bro.
it has. It has.
Bro.
I mean, it has.
You had that big
But
fight feel for sure.
But it's not. It's like, I mean, how can you build these two? You know what I mean? Like, build this up wrong.
Oh, there's ways.
Like, you know what I'm just saying, like it's cut and dry, right? Like, and build up the, you know, they brawl or whatever. They don't brawl. Ober get the best of them. You got Paul Heyman to talk for Brock, and then, you know, all that shit. I mean that's easy to do. So you can't count them. You can fuck it up, but you can't really fuck it up. I don't agree with the notion that it's the real main event. I think the real main event is, we know what the real main event is. It's the match that goes on last. Roman Reigns is the top dog in WWE, so he's the main event. Anyways, I don't know. I don't see Oba winning now because I think Oba's been getting too much over on Brock in the build-up. So at some point he's got to dial it down. It doesn't really hurt Oba. I mean, him being in this spot already put him on a different stratosphere already. I think Brock Lesnar's going to go in there and win. I don't see Brock losing till, I don't know if he's retiring at SummerSlam or not. I don't know, but if he does, I don't see him losing until then, because it just doesn't make sense for Brock to lose here. Oba's, I mean, him debuting here, yeah, you don't want to beat everybody too much too soon. I mean, like, you know what I mean? It would be nice if he wins, but then again, all right, you beat Brock Lesnar. That means pretty much you can beat every. It means you can pretty much beat everybody on the roster. You get what I'm saying? You follow me? Which shouldn't be what we should think Oba should do. He's capable of it, but coming out of WrestleMania, he shouldn't be. If that's the case, you beat Brock Lesnar, I'm pretty sure you're gonna have to fight Roman Reigns next. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's like kind of the follow up. Like, if you fight anybody else, it's kind of like a letdown. You know what I mean? In my opinion. So that's why I think Brock Lesnar is probably gonna win here. I don't see Brock losing until probably SummerSlam. It won't hurt Oba at all. So I'm taking Brock.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why I said, like, depending on how Brock is booked up until SummerSlam. So that's why I said, you know, I can see if Brock wins, you know, him and Heyman come out and do a promo, and then you get Gunther coming out to do whatever. But like I said, what is he doing after, like, how is he booked after WrestleMania up until SummerSlam? Because as of right now, I know everybody's thinking Brock's retirement match, or he's going to get retired at SummerSlam. That's why I said, how is he booked up until SummerSlam? Like, if this is his last run, are we going to see him at more PLEs leading up to SummerSlam? Because if so, I think it would be at Backlash for him to have a rematch against Oba, and then you give him that time off, and then you got to start building his matchup with Gunther leading up to SummerSlam. But that's why I said, what is Lesnar's booking looking like after Mania? So, Bam, you're muted.
You muted.
Sorry. I get what you're saying, but I don't think it's the Brock Lesnar thing to do. Like him coming out of WrestleMania, okay, we won't see him for a while. I get what you're saying about, you know, him and Oba rematch, Backlash, but it's just not in Brock. That's what I'm saying. Him losing really ain't gonna make, you know what I mean, make too much sense. Like, I think he gonna win, do his thing, go away, and then we gonna eventually get the favor or whatever it is between Paul Heyman and Gunther. And that may be Gunther's favor is to, okay, let me get me in contact with the Beast. I want to retire him or whatever. Then you get that match that they obviously wanted. You know what I'm saying? They want versus Brock Lesnar, SummerSlam. Yeah. Boom, there you go. Brock. So I think Brock wins here, and then coming out of that, we go from him to Gunther probably.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's my thing with why, like, and again, I picked Oba to win, but that's why I said if Oba wins, you do him and Brock again at Backlash, and then you have Gunther do something that causes Brock to lose, giving Brock maybe like a month off to rest and relax, and then come back to start building their match. Or if Brock does win, Brock and Heyman just come out on the Raw after Mania and do a promo, and then Gunther comes out and says, "Oh, I'm gonna call in my favor" or whatever, and then that still gets Brock off of TV for like a month or a month and a half before Gunther comes out on TV and says, "Paul, I'm calling you out. I'm gonna call in my favor. I want Brock Lesnar," or something, that type of thing.
All right, well, y'all said a lot. I'm gonna keep mine short and sweet. Obafemi should win this match. He's going to be the guys there, and who's to say, okay, Gunther do get the match he want with Brock? Who's to say Brock gonna lose anyway? You got Saudi Mania 6 months down the line, 7 months down the line after that, so he might still be there. So I'm not going to be one quick to be like, oh yeah, Brock is going to retire at Minneapolis because this is in his hometown. We don't know. We don't know that for sure.
This is assuming that he does. Yeah. I'm just going off of assuming he's retiring at SummerSlam.
You and everybody else. I'm not assuming that. I mean, he just got back literally last year. I don't think he's gonna come back a year and then retire. But we'll see.
But what has he? But he's had a match at WrestlePalooza, and he's had a match at War Games, and then he did the Royal Rumble. Brock really don't do much throughout the year.
I mean, that's even more reason for him to just be gone, and Gunther can just build it up somehow, some way. And probably after WrestleMania, we probably don't get the reveal yet. They probably linger it like they had CM Punk linger it. So in time will tell. We'll see.
Well, yeah, he can linger it, but that's kind of where I said, if you do that rematch between Oba and Brock, if Gunther comes out and does something to cause Lesnar to lose that match, okay, then we already know what we're set in stone for. So Gunther doesn't have to come out on the Raw after Mania and say the favor that I want is Brock Lesnar. You can push it. You can push it off. I'm going under the assumption Lesnar is retiring at SummerSlam. That's the assumption I'm going off of. But like I said, I can't see Lesnar going out and retiring after 3 straight losses. I just don't think that's something that Lesnar that they would book him like that. That's why I said it's a 50-50 whether he wins or whether he loses at Mania, because whatever happens between them at Mania is what is really what's going to dictate how he's booked up until SummerSlam. That's where I'm going. I'm going as far as SummerSlam. But after that, then it's kind of up in the air if he continues or not. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Next up, we got the 6-man tag for the Intercontinental strap. JD McDonough. The
6-pack ladder match.
Six-pack ladder match. JD McDonough, Dragon Lee, Javon Evans, Rey Mysterio, Rusev, and Penta in the ladder matchup for the IC strap. There's no other outcome besides Penta retaining the championship here. I'm quite mad about this match because I wanted them to put Rey Fenix in this matchup, just because WrestleMania is about making moments, and what a moment to have them brother and brother face off in a ladder match for his brother's very own championship. I thought that'd have been cool, but they decided to do Rey Mysterio. It is what it is, but I'm taking Penta in this matchup. I'm sure it's gonna be a fun match. Javon and Penta's gonna be doing some crazy shit, and Rey Mysterio, I don't know what the fuck Rey gonna be doing in the ladder match at his age, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a pretty cool match. But I'm taking Penta for the win.
I'll go. Yeah, I don't really see anybody else winning other than Penta retaining, unless WWE wants to pull a fast one on us, and they have JD win, and then Liv wins, and then Judgment Day has all the gold again. Like,
please God, no.
A dozen times.
Please God, no.
No. Yeah, my pick is Penta. I mean, You really haven't seen much of Rusev other than his backstage segment with Oba and his match that he had with Sheamus, which I think after Brock and Oba, maybe we see something between Oba and Rusev. Like that would be something interesting to see. But I think we'll do. I think Penta retains. Like I said, I can see JD McDonough winning if WWE wants to put all the gold back on Judgment Day again. But I don't think that'll be the case. But I'm gonna say, yeah, Penta retains.
Man, I'm going with that boy, bro. You tripping?
Who the young
Your
OG?
boy is bouncy. You hear me? Come on, yeah. You see the dog get up. Your boy bouncy. You hear me? It's about time. Penta done had it for a little man. He done retained all his. Let's. It's my boy time. He about to do something crazy. He about to get that strap. I'm telling you right now. Strap my boy up. Cause he what? Bouncy, my nigga. You tripping? It's my nigga Javon time. It's his time. It's his moment. It's his moment. I'm going with Javon Evans. Simple.
Right, say less.
Simple as that. Say less.
All right. Transition from the Intercontinental matchup to one of the former Intercontinental champions. Dirty Dom Mysterio versus the Demon Finn Balor. There should be no other outcome. I'm loving Dom. I love his whole saga with John Cena interrupting him for the IC strap. Everything they did, that Monday night Raw match they had back in November, fantastic. Everything with that segment, awesome. Him being a double champ, him at triple A, awesome. But this thing has been brewing for a while, probably way overdue at this point. But there should be no other outcome here. Demon Finn Balor should be like a squash, really, to be honest. If I'm being honest, 100% honest with y'all. It shouldn't be no competitive match. This shouldn't go like no 10, 12, 15. It should go at least about 3, 4, 5 minutes. Demon Finn Balor have his theatrics. Dom gets scared. Shotgun drop kick. Coup de grace, pin. That's how I would book it. The last time I saw the Demon, he lost his last 2 matches. He should win at WrestleMania. So I'm taking the Demon.
He lost against Edge, but the Demon beat Bobby Lashley at Mania. I just seen a thing on it. I just seen a thing about it earlier. I mean, yeah, the Demon should win. Hopefully this puts Finn Balor back on the right track. It's been a long time since we've seen the Demon, so this is going to be very exciting for people to be able to see the Demon again. I don't think it'll be a quick match, but I don't think it'll be a very long match. Assuming JD McDonough comes out to help Finn, or if the women want to come out and help Dom, whatever, but I think the Demon will ultimately end up winning. So I'm picking the Demon, Finn Balor, to win.
Do it, my boy.
I'm taking JD McDonough, man.
Man, shut your goofy ass up.
Wait, what?
That's just a boy at this point. Back-to-back segments. Oh man, Drizzle mentioned something. He said put the Demon back on track or something like that.
Put Finn back on track. Put Finn back on track.
22. When was his last bout? 22, 23?
The last match as the Demon was against Edge at WrestleMania. I think it was a Hell in a Cell match, and the Demon lost.
They just need to retire. Get Finn Balor on track. I love Finn Balor, but he's been dead since he got hurt almost 10 years ago. Yeah, the Demon can win here, but I don't think it means much because it's Dominic Mysterio at that point. I like Dominic Mysterio. I'm not shitting on it, but at this point, I mean, it doesn't really do much other than get the Demon to win. It doesn't put him on track. Finn Balor wins. Where does he go from here? You follow me? Like, does he keep destroying the Judgment Day, or what's next for him? It's always what I'm looking at. But I think it's just a get on my nerves. Freaking service to the fans and.
Yeah, live in the moment sometime, man. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean, I like Finn Balor, but I don't think it does much. I'm taking Finn Balor.
All right.
And we're gonna have a long 10-minute entrance with the demon coming out. So yeah, just
That's probably as long as the match is gonna go. It needs to go.
That's what I'm
2
saying.
minutes.
This should
I
not be
swear.
like a long match. This should be a quick match.
You know what? You know what I would do? I think Finn Balor is doing something too in AAA. I don't know. He's been. Anyways, I would do the rematch on AAA. Just saying. That would be awesome. Because I think he's already got a mini demon, I think, character going on with AAA. I'm just saying. Dominic's already all over the show. Put Finn Balor on it. Shit, come on now.
All right. Next up, we got the United States Championship match. Sami Zayn defending the U.S. strap against Trick Williams.
This is the match that needs to open night 2. This match needs to open night 2. The reason why I say that is that the energy will be high, the crowd will be excited, and every single person in that arena will be saying, whoop that Trick. This match needs to open the show.
Not to cut you out, brother, but they already are not. They already announced what's going to open night 2.
Dude, I have been saying this. Listen to me.
Not to cut him off, brother, but they already announced what's going to open night 2, brother. You a little too late there, brother.
No, I that's fine, but this match needs to open, bro. The energy. Listen,
the energy gonna be there regardless, though, dog.
Listen.
It's gonna be there regardless.
We know at the start of every single PLE, the energy is there. The crowd is hyped. Trick Williams coming out at the beginning of the show. Everybody at the top of their lungs singing, whoop that Trick. How is this not the opening match?
When we get done, I'm going to tweet Trick, man. I'm going to say, bro, you cannot have your interest at WrestleMania without having Booker T do the ad-libs. You cannot. I don't care about Yachty. I know they're going to probably have Yachty do it, but he won't do it justice that Booker T will do it justice.
Listen. This is the one that I would put this match first because that crowd energy is gonna be high and
the crowd gonna be lit regardless when Trick come out, bro. We ain't gotta worry about that. That's already written. It's already cemented. We ain't gotta worry about that.
Yeah, I can see that.
I know, but still.
Like I think Brock and Open may only go like 15 minutes, and then you can go right into Sami Zayn and Trick Williams in that ESPN segment. I would. You get an hour.
They already announced it though. That's the thing though. It's the six man.
I didn't know. I'm just saying. I get where you're coming from. Like if that were me, realistically, I would do that. On ESPN free. Pretty much free TV. You know what I mean? Like to get everybody to get Trick over more. You know what I'm saying?
That's when the energy is at its highest, man. The crowd is electric. Come on.
You go from the big meaty fellas, right? The big brawl, right? And then you go to a technical. Sami Zayn is good. Go to a technical match to kind of showcase that. You know what I'm saying? I get what he's saying. I get what he's going though.
I can see it.
You want 2 chaos matches back to back, but I would say you want the beast match, right, to hit the first 30 minutes or so. Because I think they're only gonna do about 10. Brock Lesnar ain't going that. You know what I mean? Ain't going that long. So then I get you 20 more minutes to play with. If you got a little Yachty on ESPN, whatever, I don't care. But Trick Williams there, boom, you get the little technical match. You done with that, and then you can do the Intercontinental title. But I know they announced. I'm just saying. Yeah. You get Trick more over. That's all.
Man, I think it's safe to say we all going Trick Willie in this match, man. That's one of the reasons I didn't have Javon. I don't think you want to put all the NXT talents over at this night in WrestleMania at all. So Trick Willie gonna be the one to get the championship for me.
I'm gonna go 2 out of the 3.
Double turn. They might as well do the double turn. Sammy already getting booed out of the building, and this goes back to earlier this year when I thought they should have kept Karrion Kross around, because the boos go far as back to Karrion Kross and Sami Zayn, and it has been getting progressively worse ever since then. They would have had a better story for Sami Zayn at this point at WrestleMania, but he just comes off, even though it's great character work, it comes off whiny, depressing. Like nobody want to get behind him. Trick is more energetic, the fans are witty, and he's more charismatic. So everybody's gonna jump onto that bandwagon. So do a double turn here, have Sammy go heel, and go from here. And maybe they bring back Karrion Kross at some point to reveal that he was right all along about Sami. You got to do something creatively here for Sami after you come out of this program. Trick is going to go on and do something with Carmelo. Sami has to have something on the back end. I would say bring Karrion back in, have that situation play itself out. But I think we all going Trick in this matchup. Is that safe to say for y'all?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's head to our co-main event. The WWE Women's Championship. The WWE Women's Champion Jade Cargill defending the WWE Women's Championship against the Eradicator Rhea Ripley. Who want to start this match off? Which one?
I'll go first. You know, this is definitely a match that I've been going back and forth, and again, it's just we haven't got to see a lot of Jade wrestling. I mean, she hasn't defended the belt as much. I think she only defended it like one time since she's had it. But again, that's kind of where the booking has to get better. I get like the women's roster on SmackDown. I mean, you're kind of, I guess, limited on SmackDown when it comes to the women's roster because Alexa's tied up, Charlotte's tied up. But I mean, I can honestly see Jade or Rhea winning. I mean, it's just the women's title runs, the main ones, they have just not been good. And I don't think Rhea losing really hurts her in any way, shape, or form. And I mean, like I said, Jade hasn't had the best title run, but I mean, if you want to give Jade a WrestleMania moment, then I would say give Jade the win, seeing as how she didn't win last year against Tiffany. Rhea's had plenty of WrestleMania moments, so I guess if you're gonna give Jade one, I would say give Jade the win, but I'm gonna pick Rhea Ripley to win the women's championship. I know the downside about that and being on SmackDown. There's really, I guess, not a lot of, I guess, competition, if you want to say that. But it's just, I don't know. The women's division for these main championships it's very lackluster as opposed to like the Intercontinental Championship for the women. That, like I said, that's more entertaining than a lot of these main belts. And then I don't understand why they threw Michin and B-Fab with Jade after she beat them up. I don't fuck now anymore. But I'm gonna say Rhea wins. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with Rhea.
You want to go, Bill?
And I just want to say, this is no hate against Jade. I love Jade, and I love the fact that she's here. It's just, again, it's lackluster. I love Jade. I want to see her succeed, just like I want to see Roy succeed, Javon, and everybody else. But just, yeah.
Roy, please.
I don't know. This one kind of hard to book because I mean, who do you really want to beat though? You know what I mean? Can Jade lose or do you want Rhea Ripley to lose? Build ain't been that great. Jade's title reign ain't been great either. But Rhea Ripley probably would. Damn. Because if you let Jade win, right, you establish her as more dominant than Rhea Ripley, and we know that's not, you know what I mean, not really the case per se. And Rhea Ripley, I think she could benefit more with the title on SmackDown. Go ahead, what you about to say?
I think if you want to establish Jade as the dominant woman on SmackDown, you can do that. Right. But I think if Rhea wins and you bring her over to SmackDown, you know, that's good. But like I said, that SmackDown women's roster is really kind of lackluster to what Raw has.
I want to counter your point here, though. Okay.
Okay.
So I do the same about Jade. I don't think you need to separate both of them though, right? I think so. This can be an avenue to what we eventually, I think, we really want to get to, which is either Jade and Bianca or Jade and Rhea Ripley one on one. No. I'm sorry, Bianca and Rhea Ripley one on one. Let me state that. They both will be on SmackDown. I think you get more out of Rhea Ripley with the championship coming out of WrestleMania than you would Jade. I mean,
Yep.
because Jade's only had maybe two title defenses. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
for sure. I've really been watching, but I think there's more you can do with Rhea Ripley. And we know Jade need more work, right? But I don't think necessarily you got to go. Rhea Ripley beats Jade and then they separate. You know what I mean? Right? You know what I mean? Off different brands. I don't think so.
Well, I don't think you would. Well, I don't. Well, no. If Rhea wins, Rhea's on SmackDown. I wouldn't separate them because if Rhea's holding the title that's on SmackDown, she's on. She's on SmackDown. So I wouldn't. So I wouldn't separate them. I'm just saying, like, I think the women's roster on SmackDown is really kind of just lackluster to what you have on Raw because Raw you kind of have more of the bigger names on Raw than you do SmackDown. Because SmackDown you're really only seeing Charlotte, Alexa, Nia, and Lash. You have Julia, Kiana James. So
They all
like I said,
They all in the tag division, but I think there's
yeah.
more. If Rhea Ripley wins, I think you put her on SmackDown and she got a new group of women to work with. Not saying
Well,
she ain't got
yeah.
on
She has.
Raw. I'm not saying that. I just think there's more you can get out of her on SmackDown as the champion.
Yeah.
Going to the next WrestleMania, and I think you want Rhea and Bianca on the same. I think there's more in Rhea and Bianca than it would be Jade and Bianca. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. I feel you on that. Yeah.
think you can do like if Bianca's ready to come back out of WrestleMania, you can do Rhea and Jade one more time, and then you can have Bianca come in and do something to get do something to Jade, and then you can build to Jade and Bianca, maybe Evolution or something like that, and then you can build up Bianca again, right? And Rhea Ripley dominate on SmackDown, whatever, whoever.
Yeah.
We seen her have a good match with Julia. You can get her. What's the other girl name? The one from NXT that they hired.
Kiana James.
Yeah, Kiana. You can get Kiana and Rhea, and then you can still do Rhea and Tiffany. You can always go to Rhea and Charlotte at some point, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's always a banger. Then Rhea and Jordan Grace. I think that crop of women on SmackDown that'll be good, and then you can whatever you do in the draft, whatever. I don't care,
Well,
but
yeah.
keep them together to build up the months until you get to Rhea and Bianca for WrestleMania next year. You know what
Well,
I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So,
I feel you on that.
with all that being said, I'm taking Rhea Ripley. Sorry to make it long, but that's just what I would do.
Yeah, that's what I would do too because I think you're gonna get more value out of Jade, not out of Rhea being the champion on SmackDown than you do Jade because once Jade needs more work, but eventually we do want to see Jade and Jade versus Charlotte. We're gonna have to get that at some point down the line. I just don't know when that's gonna happen, but we're gonna have to get that. But yeah, I agree with you. You know, there's more value out of Rhea being the champion than Jade until Jade gets more work done and everything. So yeah.
I agree with everything y'all say. I love everything y'all say,
But
WWE is the one behind the creative brain power here, and y'all put more brain energy in than what WWE will do. I love the shit with Rhea though. I would love for Rhea to get the championship and go to SmackDown so she can be away from Liv Morgan because we don't need that no more. Just like how Damian Priest had to get away from the Judgment Day, she needs to get away from the Judgment Day. If Liv Morgan gonna be in the World Championship scene, she needs to get away from her.
Your mic cut out, just so you know.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, but you saying stuff and it's going like you'll say a bit. I don't know if it's on his. I can hear it on mine. Like it won't register. So just make it brief.
Okay, all right. But we don't want Rhea Ripley to be dealing with Liv Morgan anymore. Get rid of that. If Liv gonna stay on Raw, Rhea gotta be on SmackDown. So my heart is telling me Rhea Ripley wins this championship and goes to SmackDown, gets with Bianca, Jade, Julia, the whole crop over there. Charlotte, I want to see her in Charlotte again. But my mind's telling me, man, let's go with Jade because WWE ain't gonna put too much creative thought behind it. So I'm gonna go with Jade for the win and retain the championship.
I can see during the draft WWE moving Jade from SmackDown to Raw. I can see WWE doing that. And on top of that, I seen something where I believe JC Jane and Sol Ruka, and I think another woman from NXT are supposed to be getting called up after WrestleMania. So depending on where they get put, I mean, it adds new blood, but like I said, I believe those are the three women that are getting called up from NXT. I know Ethan. I believe Ethan Page and Joe Henry are the other two that are getting called up too.
All right. Now let's go to the finish. We have the main event of night 2, the World Heavyweight Championship. CM Punk defending the World Heavyweight Championship against the Tribal Chief, the OTC, the head of the table, the needle mover, God mode himself, Roman Reigns. The World Heavyweight Championship on the line. That first promo coming out of the Royal Rumble, the intensity that both men brought, the hatred you can see in their delivery, just made this match on a bigger level. And I'm gonna let Bam go first. I'm gonna let him go first in this situation. But little old you. I'm ready for this match. This match is very, very fucking tricky. Go ahead.
Why do you think it's tricky?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'll state my opinion after. Go ahead.
All right. So again, my prediction is always, I'm always looking forward to after this, the Booker had, which I'm not a Booker, but I always look forward to after this. Where do we go from here? So I mean, I'm taking Roman Reigns. I don't think Roman Reigns needs to lose. I know people are not happy with the part-time championship thing, but I mean, it's Roman Reigns, for crying out loud. I mean, he's been on the losing end of the last 2 WrestleManias, right?
Mm-hmm.
Lost the world title, then he lost last year in Triple Threat. Got pinned too, didn't he? Yeah, I think he was the one who got pinned, I think, right? Or was it CM Punk? I'm not sure. I think he got pinned, but anyways, I just can't see him losing 3 years in a row. So just for that reason alone, I think Roman Reigns is winning here. He's just a bigger star. I mean, we know he's not going to be there every week, but let's just see what happens if he elevates the title. I mean, which he probably will, just based on who he is. But then again, who does he face coming out of WrestleMania? Is it more CM Punk? Is it Seth? I mean, Seth Rollins is going to be occupied, it seems like, with the rest of the division. Are we going back to Brock Lesnar again? It's kind of bleak on Raw, so I'm not too sure what to do here. But yeah, I mean, I'm going Roman Reigns. I mean, I don't see no other avenue. I mean, CM Punk has had a run. I mean, he has a good run, but if he wins, what else? That's what I'm saying. Like, it's kind of, I get what you're saying. It's tricky, but where else do you really go? You know what I mean? Everybody will be. We see the direction for everybody else in the top tier of Raw, right? Would you agree? Coming out of WrestleMania to a degree, We're gonna get LA Knight again. We're gonna keep beating that dead horse. Don't know. Yeah, I'm just not sure where Roman Reigns goes from here, or where CM Punk goes from here. But I'm taking the Tribal Chief because he can't lose 3 years in a row. He's too big of a star. So he doesn't need the title, but let's just see what he does with it.
Go ahead, Drizzle.
So again, my thing with this, where do both guys go after this? I mean, we had John Cena, who again, part-time champion. I mean, if you want to say Cena's special and that's why he was able to do it because it was his final year, you can say that. Again, man, it goes back to just that being that part-time champion thing again, and I think if Roman wins it, he won't have a long title run, I think maybe it'll be a decently length title run because we don't need to see him on another 4 year title run. I know we won't get that, but like I said, I think if he does win, I think it'll be a decent title run. I don't think he'll have it for as long. But again, man, it goes back to, what do we do when you have a part-time world champion that's supposed to be there, that's supposed to be defending it at every PLE, and I'm not saying they can't book Roman to do that. It's just, again, what what's going to be the main event of some of these PLEs? What are you going to do when, Roman's not there as world heavyweight champion? On the other hand, you do have CM Punk. Um, again, and I think a few months ago there was people talking about him having a heel turn. I don't know. Punk chased this belt for so long when Seth had it, and then he finally got it, and Seth hurt himself or whatever, and Punk won it. So Punk's been good. Um, I honestly, again, it's Roman Reigns. He has the star power. As much as I don't want to see Roman win the belt because he is a part timer, I am gonna pick Roman to win. As much as I want to see CM Punk retain it, just because Punk is there full time and doing it and being a defending champion, but I do think Roman wins it. I just think his reign won't be as long.
All right, I'm gonna try to keep mine short and sweet. Roman Reigns, man, has lost the last 2 years at Mania. Won the Rumble this year, and he's a needle mover. Nobody can take that away from him. Just the part-time schedule is just the avenue that no one's willing to cross again for him being world champ. He's going to bring credibility to that world championship, without a doubt. That's why it's fucking tricky. This match is tricky because Seth Rollins is laying in wait somewhere trying to get his rematch for this championship. Braun Breaker will be laying in wait somewhere to get his rematch for the world championship. Now, if CM Punk were to win, there's one of two ways they can go. Okay, you can do a eventual program with him, Breaker, Rollins, at SummerSlam. But where does that lead Roman Reigns to? So that's the question we gotta answer. Now, if Roman wins, CM Punk can do one or two things. You can keep him on Raw. He can go back after the World Championship, or you can use him to bolster the SmackDown division because they need help over there in the men's division. So, putting my WWE hat on, I'll say they go CM Punk, but I'm gonna go Roman Reigns just because what does Roman do if he doesn't lose? We know he's not going to be there, but what does he do if he loses? He just bring more credibility to the championship. I will hope he'll have more matches on more PLEs for that championship, but we all know that's more likely not going to happen. But I'm going to take Roman. I hope that I'm wrong, but I'll take Roman in this matchup. And he will be the new World Heavyweight Champion at the end of night 2. And gentlemen,
let me just say this. In terms of who wins or loses, I don't really think. Well, Roman is essentially at that point where if he loses, it doesn't really hurt him. He's kind of in that spot where Cena was, where like if Cena lost, it didn't hurt him because he was only a part timer. I mean, even if Cena was a full timer, I still don't think him losing would hurt him. So I think even if Roman does lose, it does not hurt him in any way, shape, or form. But it's like you and Bam said, what do you do with Roman if he loses? What does he do? And it's like you said with Punk. Well, if Punk loses, you can go one of two ways. He can chase the title again, or he can go over to SmackDown. But again, does Punk lose anything by losing the belt? I don't think either Punk or Roman loses their credibility or anything like that if they lose this match. It's just a matter of, okay, what are they gonna do? They're they're two of the big stars on Raw, so they're gonna have something for them to do. It's just a matter of, okay, is it gonna make sense for them to do this? That's really what I think it's going to come down to. And it's like you said, DJ, Rollins is gonna be chomping at the bits. We know Braun's Breaker's gonna be chomping at the bits. And again, we don't know. Maybe we might, if Roman wins, he comes out on Raw. Maybe Oba comes out and says something to him. Maybe Gunther comes out and says something to him. We're not going to know anything until the Raw after Mania, but we can just guess and predict and see what happens. But like I said, whether Punk wins or loses, whether Roman wins or loses, it does not hurt them because they're both in that spot where a loss will not hurt them whatsoever.
All right, man. That is WrestleMania 42. Went a little long, but hey, man, it happens. Any closing thoughts I want to add before we hang up call here? Oh yeah. Yeah,
I think for you, DJ, we need to see more Pat McAfee on TV just for you.
Next, Ben, you want to offer something?
I'm just hoping for a good show. We always turn out and watch it. I think it'll be good. Just not to enjoy wrestling. It ain't as big as it used to be. Kind of get what AJ Styles was saying. You still get the prominent matches, but yeah, let's just hope for a good night. Honestly, good 2 nights. It could have been better. We know that. Let's just hope for a good night. That's all.
All right, man. All right, with that being said, man, if y'all made it this far, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy WrestleMania. That's CK at the bottom left. That's Bam at the bottom right. You already know who I am. What you got to say to CK?
I just want to say, if you guys have not seen it or checked it out, make sure you guys check out CK and DJ Reacts. We react to stuff. I'm not going to say we say whatever. We kind of just react to whatever we feel like reacting to, whether it's fail videos or anything like that. I'm trying to make sure that I find stuff that's going on that I think is entertaining for me and DJ to react to. But yeah, just make sure you guys go and check out that channel. We have a lot of Tubi movie fail videos. I'm trying to find other stuff for us to react to, because a lot of it I see before DJ sees it. So a lot of it is really just getting his reaction, but you'll also see mine too. But just make sure you guys go and check out CK and DJ Reacts. We also have a TikTok. Go over to the YouTube channel. All of our channel information is there. The TikTok is there. So just make sure you check it out.
All right, nice. That'll do it, man.
They react to Booty Hole Brown and Gonorrhea Green.
What? Where them at?
You know.
Where them at?
In the living room. I gotta take her out in a second.
Shit, damn clown. She's supposed to be in the video.
Make sure she ain't doing nothing. She ain't gonna be in the
All right, man. That'll do it, man. Appreciate y'all for joining. Well, we'll do another one sometime. Don't know when, but check it out. Peace out, y'all.